Humans are already advancing their plans to colonize Mars. Can you imagine yourselves living in that place? Or ever imagined living in a farther away place? What about on a planet with a harsher environment? Yes, because our bodies are not adapted to the local conditions. So when you want to go for a walk, you have to wear a spaceflight suit. However, as time goes by, in order to adapt to the local environment, the body will slowly begin to change. Hello, everybody. Metal skin, tentacles and tails. Colonizer, the bodies of future generations. What other amazing qualities can you get? This is the 360 Degree Science Channel. Let's visit them next. Find out. The movie has officially begun. Mercury. Let's start with the Sun and land on Mercury. Since this planet is closest to the Sun, therefore the received radiation is 7 times that of the Earth. It's like a giant furnace. Sometimes all the metal on the surface will melt at temperatures as high as 430 degrees Celsius. And sometimes forged again at minus 180 degrees Celsius. Nothing can withstand this. A drastic change. Even robots. It must also be entirely. It's made of very hard to melt metal. For example, to survive snow on a planet like this, under the skin of the colonists, a heat-resistant layer must be grown before it can. Perhaps for this purpose, humans' flexible bodies will need to learn how. What production state? And then we come across all kinds of skin on the road very thick. Person with metallic luster. They're like robots. Metals strengthen bones. People are going to get smaller. The torso gets heavier because it stores a layer of fat. In this way, more able to withstand hellish temperature changes. On the other hand, Mercury's gravity is 38% that of Earth. Therefore, the limbs will become thin and soft. Yeah, don't forget that one thing when meeting the local mutants outside. You have to wear high-performance sunglasses. On Mercury, the sun really burns your eyes. Locals may have long and thick and large eyelids. This is natural armor that covers the eyes. Shocking. The appalling conditions are even worse. This planet is also very close to the Sun, and it has a very dense atmosphere. It absorbs heat. Careful colonists are like in Gundam, baking in an oven at 465 degrees Celsius and crushed by the strong atmospheric pressure from above. Under such conditions, people get shorter over time, will also become stronger. When you meet these people, you will feel like an outsider in a spacesuit. Starman. The colonists were covered with thick silver skin. This is to reflect heat and radiation. In addition, to protect yourself, their bodies must also learn to be free from sulfur. Methods of acid damage. Because in an elaborate atmosphere, the content of sulfuric acid is very rich. Dealing with these situations is very difficult. After considering all these conditions, you will find Move to Mercury and gold. Star is definitely not the best decision. Mars. Mars is a different story. At this point in time, Mars is located near the Earth. It is considered the most suitable place to settle down. Elon Musk is already preparing to bring the first colonists sent to Mars. What will their descendants look like? It's orange. This is not caused by the continuous dust storms. The difference between Mars and Earth is that its ultraviolet rays are more intense. This alters the skin's protective function. The simplest solution is massive increase in carotene intake. Because orange vegetables, it's very rich in carotene. And because of that, the inhabitants of Mars, destined to be fed only carrots and green peppers. As time goes by, excessive intake of carotene can cause migrants' skin to turn orange. We will see a lot of strict implementation there. The orange giant of diet control. They were tall, but very thin. It's like a long rubber man. The gravity of Mars is 1/3 that of Earth. A person who weighs 100 kilograms, you feel like you only weigh 33 kilograms. That seems to be not bad. As the body grows, bones and muscles also begin to weaken. But the relative calorie consumption decreases. You can reduce your food expenses. In addition, if you are tall, could be noticed earlier on Mars often. Intense dust storms raging. It's also good for your eyes. Mars receives less light than Earth. Your vision will get better. And tears will act like glue. Protect your eyes from heavy dust. Currently, the farther from the sun, it's going to get worse. After leaving Mars, and then there's Jupiter. And let's face it, frankly, this is not a star suitable for colonization. This gas giant star, it doesn't even have a solid surface. But let's assume, in the future, humans will be able to see in poor agricultural products establish a colony. You can't walk as usual. They glide through the mustard cloud. To move forward. As time goes by, the density of the bones decreases. They get shorter. However, muscle strength will increase so that it can withstand Jupiter, intense atmospheric pressure. You can't do it. Good to know the colonists and ask them where they are, the living conditions on the planet. Because in a gas-filled environment, any sound waves will be drowned out. So there is no way to have a conversation in this place. Time passes slowly. Because you can't see or hear, human ears and eyes will gradually deteriorate. Saturn. Soil. The star is no different from the giant star next door to him. This gas giant star also has no solid surface. It's freezing in here. The wind keeps blowing. You can barely stand. Because the average density of Saturn is less than that of water, so we are likely to encounter what the shape looks like, much like jellyfish colonists. Uranus. A day on Uranus can't be expected. Because of Uranus' rotation period, only 17 hours. However, the planet is tilted to one side in a strange position. It looks like it's going on a track. So on the sunless side, the night will last for more than a year and a half. It will be very, very cold during this period. As the colonists gradually adapted to the environment of the Zhou dynasty, night vision is gradually improving. The skin on the body will become very thick and turn to blue. It looks like it's completely frozen to death. But don't worry, it's normal for them. These blue pigments could protect the inhabitants of Uranus. Protection from some intense radiation. Neptune. Although Neptune is also a 7-stage structure, but somewhere inside, it should have a solid surface. Neptune is slightly warmer than Uranus. But anyway, this is an extremely cold giant ice planet. Because gravity is stronger here than on Earth, so humans feel heavier. However, due to the extreme force hanging on this planet, a strong wind, it stands to reason that there is no way to stand well. If you want to adapt to these living conditions, what does the human body have to go through? Some changes to survive? Like living on Neptune. The most convenient form. It's an amphibian with a streamlined tail. In this way, with the strong wind, drifting through the atmosphere. Pluto. Pluto is a dwarf far from the Sun. Planet. However, for the settlers, this is not the worst place. Beneath the ground formed by ice is an ocean filled with water. It is also a living condition that humans desperately need. However, Pluto's gravity is simply too small. It's extremely difficult to stay on the surface. If you want to move towards basketball on this planet, if the basket jumps and dunks, it should be with the basket in the next moment. The ball flew into space together, right? As time goes by, body of a famous person, it takes on a pyramid shape. It's about stability. And a smaller version of walking. Old grave handshake must be a very amazing experience. Extrasolar stars. After introducing the solar system, so let's go further into space. Far other side, go to the stars outside the solar system. So far, astronomers have known, there are more than 5,000 extrasolar displays, and most of them shouldn't be a very suitable place for human survival. For example, there's a planet called Kepler and Lingby. It's twice the size of the Earth. It weighs 10 times as much. The gravity of this planet, that's 3 times the size of the Earth. In this world, humans will get shorter and stronger, wearing heavy armor, lots of skin and limbs. Can you imagine? A pancake in armor has many legs. Although they are unwilling to approach us, but this does not mean that these colonists, the people, will be ignored. Maybe it's because of gravity. Relation, they can only be on the surface, slow crawling and rolling. In addition, these planets with elongated orbits may experience rather extreme seasonal fluctuations. When the weather is bad, people hibernate or go into suspended animation. Memory extension. Distant extraterrestrial stars are diverse. The possibilities for human evolution are absolutely limitless. Alternative bonus black holes. But at the end of your journey, and we've got a little different kind of prize for you. That's a black hole. According to scientists, there is nothing inside the strongest monster. No powerful assistance. In that case, there should be many places where you can establish a colony. But we won't be able to conquer this open space and wait there to evolve. Because no one can cross the world. The surface of the world. The world is the hypothetical boundary of a black hole. Where the monster's enormous gravity will rapidly stretch the human body. Turn it into spaghetti strips. For an appetizing black hole. Become Italian. It's like we're wasting precious time. Like this, no matter which celestial body humans come to, will face evolutionary challenges and possibilities. At this point in time, we can only imagine conditions on distant planets. What would that do to our bodies? But just imagining humans, various possibilities for transformation. It was very interesting, and thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, be sure to like and share it on social networking sites. Go to your relatives and friends. And thank you very much for watching. Let's look forward to the next video together. See you.